May I say a very good evening to you all on behalf of the hotel. It's a pleasure to see so many people here for what I believe is a very exciting venture and a wonderful book, and I'll come briefly to that in a moment. But I some time ago in November received, or perhaps a little bit before, an email from a person who I didn't know called Peter Marshall. And he said, I've been given your name by Maurice Slevin. Now, Maurice, I know, is always terribly busy. So I presume, and he, on his own admission, said, I forgot to write you an email and tell you that Peter was going to write to you. Subsequently, I met Peter with my wife, Mandy, in Bangkok, and we talked about holding this launch of this wonderful book here at the Ritz. I think we had a really Thai meal sitting around the swimming pool. It was delicious, something very relaxing. And Maurice, I have known for a long time because many years ago I worked on a charity called Cancer Backup, which Maurice was chairman of. And when my wife had her first experience of cancer, Maurice was her oncologist. Today she's still, I was going to say under Maurice, that's not quite what I mean by that, but still being seen by Maurice. Her number at the LOC is number 5. Maurice's constituent patients go up to 16,000 plus. Now, I suspect that most of us here today have been touched by what everybody knows as the Big C, but we're becoming less fearful of it, thankfully, because of all the work and experience that's being done by the LOC and many other people involved in research over cancer. But for me, it is a privilege to hold this party here. I won't say too much about everybody, other than the fact that I'd like to thank all the chefs that are here. And I can't mention them by name, but it would be wrong not to mention Michel Roux, because I know that Peter first spoke to him because they suffered similar complaints and have recovered from them. We have our own chef here, but we also have lots of other exceptionally well-known chefs. And to me, the book is magical, not only for the recipes, and I have read it, but for the wonderful photography that Peter has done. And it is brilliant photography. It's something that all of us and people that suffer and have recovered will be able to use as a good diet to help them conquer the eating habits that will help them in their recovery program. And I know Kelly is going to be spoken about by Maurice, but I'd just like to say one other thing, but this is a message from Michel Roux. This book is a superb, unique example of teamwork of the highest order. In this one volume, top chefs, regardless of age or background, have joined forces with leading experts in the field of oncology to provide a vital source of strength and succor to all who are living with cancer. It could not be for a more worthwhile cause, and I will always have this book at my side whilst at home, in Switzerland, the south of France, and when in the UK. Michel Roux is very lucky because I don't have that many homes, but I'm sure he will carry it with him, or at least put a copy in each room. I think the most important thing, apart from the other people that are speaking, and I'm really a nobody, the others are the experts, is that the book, as I said, is wonderful. I have read it, but half of the proceeds go for Living for Life, the charity. And it's very important, I think, that everybody buys a copy, if they will, and those proceeds can go to it. But I think it's also a wonderful book, as long as nobody's embarrassed by the fact, to give to people that don't suffer from cancer, because the recipes are full of nutrition. And I mean, I think it's fair to say that Kelly had to speak to John Williams and tell him to take a lot of rich sauce out of his particular recipe. And I have no doubt she did the same thing for others. But I hope you all have a lovely evening. And it's a pleasure to see you. And thank you to the chefs and Peter.